David Olcott. He's the president of Samurai Success. And I wanted to bring him on because I saw a Gallup survey that shows only 31% of employees are engaged at work. They say that like it's a bad thing, but I really have no frame of reference here, David. What does normal employee engagement look like if 31% is low?
Thanks, James, for having me on the show. Yeah, this is a staggering and huge amount of challenge with what we're focusing on as business owners, because as entrepreneurs, we're constantly looking for having that labor force to really help us succeed in the visions that we have. And this really focusing on of not being involved in productivity is really challenging us.
So what do they mean by engaged? That sounds sort of subjective.
It is very much. So let's talk specifics. If you really want to take a look at really building a strong foundation for your employees to be re-engaged with your business, you want to focus on three big things. Security in their job, complexity in the work. Can't be too hard, can't be too easy, and a clear connection between what they're doing as employees and the benefits to themselves and the company at large.
Okay, so I go and try and dig through the what they consider engaged, you know, these different questions in the survey, and it looks like it's weighing a lot heavier on workers younger than 35. What makes Gen Z, are they more disengaged than we were at that age?
It's interesting because this really goes to the number 2 point, which is this complexity. Social media and other technologies have so consumed the latest generation. I mean, they're constantly on phones and things like it's very different from us growing up. But they're on the edge of their complexity levels all the time. They're constantly getting feeds from all over the world, politics to deal with, drug stuff to deal with, pressure within their own communities kind of thing. So they're constantly on the verge of exceeding their own complexity levels. So then they go into work with all this edge that they have, and they're just falling down because they're just like, I need a break from all these different things going on. And the workload that they have just challenges that complexity so much that they just fall off.
All right, so if you're a small business owner or you're a person that manages people, what do you do to improve that?
Oh, what a great question, because that's the thing we've learned over 35 years of doing this business is that managing people has really shifted. I know we keep teaching that at our university, but I think you and I both know that so much that we teach at our university systems don't really apply in the real world anymore.
Yeah,
managing people
we've noticed that.
Yeah, okay. Wow, we're really seeing it in the workplace. Managing people doesn't work. What works is managing people through a system.
And what does that look like? How do you implement something like that on the ground?
So as entrepreneurs, we're constantly looking for ways to be able to create a vision. That vision is a solution to a problem in the marketplace. So taking that vision and then breaking that down into smaller chunks or processes so that when an employee comes in, whether they come in late, they want to leave early, the question then becomes, how do I maximize the time that that employee is here, whether they're engaged or not? And the best solution we've found so far is actually providing them a process structured system so they know exactly what they need to do that day. And all those processes are connected to all those individuals into a system that reaches that vision, solves the problem in the marketplace, and you get to win.
Well, that's a lot more complex than my explanation. I figure this is tied to the demise of the Christmas party, because I remember 20 years ago, Christmas parties used to be awesome, and now it's just like, we're going to have some pizza in the break room after lunch. You know, it's gotten so lame. How are you engaged when no one wants to even celebrate baby Jesus anymore?
That's again, it goes back to our beliefs and value systems as our society that really we've introduced our kids to, hey, you can get everything for free. You don't have to work for something, participation trophies. And we could go off on a tangent of things, but I like your Christmas analogy that having faith and having a source outside of yourself is an absolute must for us to be our best selves.
All right, David, how do they find your work outside of the James Show?
You can reach us at SamuraiSuccess.com. It's our best way to reach us.
What do you guys do?
We're executive coaches that really focus on helping entrepreneurs win with this chaotic environment that we're going to have to deal with for the next 20 years of our lives because demographics are what they are. This new generation is going to be our workforce. And actually, I'm really intrigued by this because entrepreneurs are really designed for this. If they have the right coaching, that they really can succeed in this because innovation is what we're talking about, and this is what entrepreneurs are designed to do.
All right, David Olcott, SamuraiSuccess.com. Appreciate your time, sir.